Wagwan people, lovely, lovely people. I am so sorry that I have been in hiding, not really in hiding, just super busy. I've got great news. I'll tell you that in a second. Today, we're going to talk about something very, very interesting, scandalous. I'm sure you've heard CEO Andy Byron was caught having an affair. Yes, that's not even the most interesting component of this episode today. No, they were at a Coldplay concert. Okay, the two of them, the two individuals. Okay, Andy Byron and his partner that wasn't supposed to be his partner because his true partner was not with him, which is why this is called an affair. They were on the big screen, kind of like what they do at those baseball games where they do the kissing cam. Well, it was something like that, except it was at a Coldplay concert. So a lot of people saw them. And they wore their embarrassment like the second skin. I just want you guys to take a look at the clip real quick. Go ahead and take a look. Okay.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Yeah, so that was something. That was something. Listen, everything in the dark comes to the light. Okay? But here's the part that confuses me a bit. He, Andy Byron, allegedly wants to sue Coldplay. So let me just say it again. CEO Andy Byron wants to sue Coldplay. Can somebody tell me how this is Coldplay's fault? Y'all went to a public event. This event was available to the public. This wasn't a private screening of a Coldplay concert. Exclusive people weren't invited. The public was invited. His fans were invited. That's why they go on tour, because they have fans all over the world. It has to be public so that they can become famous and make a living. You were at a public event swaying with this woman that you did not marry, embracing her in your arms lovingly. I don't want to hear anything from anybody talking about them. They may have just been what? They may have just been what? I don't want to hear that. Because if it wasn't an affair, why did the two of them look outrageously embarrassed and turned away from the camera, turning a special shade of red? Cut it out. Cut it out. Why is he suing now? This is what this sounds like. Look, I was at a public event doing something I had no right to do, and you, Coldplay, as a performer, doing what you do, you facilitated my getting caught. And because of that, I want to sue you. What? Somebody has to explain this to me, because this is the way I'm understanding it. There's got to be a better way. I would love for everybody to tell me what they think of this whole thing. Do you feel that CEO Andy Byron is in the right for suing Coldplay? I certainly don't, but I'm more than willing to hear your opinion and hear where you're coming from. You know, I'm an open-minded individual. Here's what I think. I think it's ridiculous. I think it is the most ludicrous, entitled, arrogant, and narcissistic thing somebody can do. I don't know where your marriage lies. I don't know what's going on within your marriage. That's none of my business, and I'm not asking to know. But I do not, under any circumstances, believe that if that marriage of yours had already come to an end, you would not have turned away from the camera so abruptly, so ashamed, and so frightened. Because then in your mind, you would have been like, my wife already knows that it's over. My wife already understands. We're both seeing other people. If she sees this, she's not about to be like, oh, dear God. It's going to be oh, yeah, he told me. Yeah, we're just legally still together, but we're not like emotionally and mentally still together. So too many things incriminates this man just in that little clip that I showed y'all. Y'all want to see it again? Go ahead and take a look again.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
A hot mess. It was just as much of a mess the second time as it was the first time. So everything in that video says, oop, I'm not supposed to be doing this. So I think that we could completely eliminate the whole, oh, their marriage could have already been over. Why are you hiding then? Why are you guys both turning away from the camera ashamed and red and frightened? Why are you suing Coldplay then? None of that makes any sense either. That definitely should not be a point of rationale or explanation for having an affair. If I say to my partner, spouse, boyfriend, whatever y'all want to call it, whatever, listen, this is over, and the partner is in agreement, there's nothing to hide. It's over. I don't have anything to be ashamed of. It's over. We had our conversation. It's over. You understand what I'm saying? So to sue is really just, it's really just shoving your foot even further down your throat. It's really just digging yourself a deeper grave. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're really just highlighting how wrong you are. What grounds are we suing? Like, what? I need somebody to tell me what's going on, because this can't be it. I'm suing because you put me on blast at a public event. I was out in public at a public event with someone I had no right to be with, doing things with them I had no right to do. But you, Coldplay, you are to blame. What? No. No, I'd like to interrupt this message to tell everybody to go ahead and purchase my comic book, Namakasi. It's available on Amazon. Did y'all see that? Amazon and dirtywordsmith.com. We are actively turning Namakasi into an animated movie with the company Spoof Animation that partnered with us when we went to Annecy Film Festival in France. Back to the matter at hand. If that were you in that particular situation, I would like to hear how you would have handled it. Embarrassment is fair. Turning away from the camera and turning red is fair. It is what it is. You've got caught, but at least you have the decency to look embarrassed. Fair. Would you have sued Coldplay? I mean, I'm laughing because I think it's ridiculous. Would you have sued? Would you have completely disregarded the fact that you were in a public place, putting yourself at risk for being caught in the first place? Anybody could have seen you there. Any one of your wife's friends could have seen you and sent her a picture, as they should have. Would you have sued the friend? I mean, come on. We don't want to take accountability at all? If you were there with your wife and Coldplay put you on the big screens, would you have been like, I'm suing for what? Now, did Coldplay know that this man was having an affair? Did Coldplay say, I don't like what you're doing, I'm about to put it on blast? If that's the case, good for him. Good. I am not a fan of affairs at all, in any capacity, in any shape of or form. I can completely understand and respect when two people come together and they're like, this relationship is not working. The divorce is going to take a long time. I still want to go through with it. But in the meantime, I'm going to start seeing other people. And the other person is like, all right, cool. I'm going to move out, or you move out, or whatever. Technically, we're married, but mentally and emotionally, we are no longer together, and we are no longer loyal to one another. Okay. This is over. But you're out and about, and you're dealing with other people, and your partner's back home thinking that you're doing something completely different. I can't support that in any capacity. I just can't do it. So I don't think Coldplay was wrong. I think that it's absolutely ridiculous to sue them. And I think that you got what you are looking for. All right, big man? All right. In the meantime, everybody else, go ahead and purchase Namakasi and all of the merch associated with it and subscribe to everything so that you can get exclusive updates on the animation process. Y'all, I'm so excited. Yay! Thank you so much for being patient with me. Your girl has been super duper busy. I love you guys. Thanks.